we've been really impressed with all the coaching staffs that we get to cover, but the women's basketball programs have always been so good to us.
Yeah, for sure. KU's Brandon Schneider had to say goodbye to his right-hand man, Terry Nooner, who took a head coaching position at Wichita State. And now Jeff Mittie has to say goodbye, or at least see you later as well. Yeah,
former K-State associate head coach Brian Ostermann leaves after 15 years with Mittie. He's just down the road at Emporia State now, so we still get to see him. But Landon Reinhardt caught up with Coach O to reflect on his time at K-State.
All right, I'm here with Coach Ostermann, new head coach at Emporia State, and he spent 15 years under Mittie, 9 years at K-State. Why was it time to leave ship and become a head coach now?
Well, opportunity, I think, is always one of the big key pieces, and timing, and I think that's the biggest piece, is the timing of it.
You talked in your presser about what you've learned from Coach Mittie and Coach Tang. What are some takeaways that you took from them?
Well, I think, Coach Mittie's one of the best I've ever been around at making adjustments in things. And Coach Tang, in the brief time that I was up there with Coach Tang, which was this past year, just watching from afar how much he pours into his players in terms of love and character building. And that's something I had as a head coach 15 years ago, and it's exciting to be a head coach again, to pour into the players in a way that we raise them up and believe they can do awesome stuff.
See, your journey almost resembles Tang's, into where he spent 20 years under Drew Scott, then made the leap, and you spent time under Mittie, and now you're making the leap here to head coach. Are you bringing any of that Tang swagger down here?
Well, I don't know. Is this swagger here? I don't know. But, I'm going to bring some of the character things that Coach Tang brings. And like I said, that's a belief, a faith, and a hope, and a love, and a belief in your players, and a belief in your program, and a belief in what we're doing, and knowing, having been a head coach before, knowing that it's going to work. And I think that's what Coach Tang brought. And he was with Scott Drew, as you mentioned. I've known Coach Drew since the late 90s, and he's a friend of mine. I call him a friend. And in fact, Coach Drew and I text back and forth. But anyway, Coach Tang and Coach Mittie both are going to be part of who I have become, and continue to grow myself as a coach.
And we talk about K-State because that's where you were, but you also mentioned your presser, your relationship with Coach Brandon Schneider at KU, where he was here in this position before. You talked about a friendship with him. What have you learned from him, and what are you trying to duplicate that he did here?
Brandon won the national championship. We're going to try to repeat and do some of those same things. Obviously, I've known Brandon since we started playing him at Stephen F. Austin, I guess, and when I was at TCU, and then we played an exhibition against Emporia and Kansas State, so I got to know Jory that way. And you have to be mindful that the first 19 years of my journey was on the men's side. So really the last 15 years has been on the women's side. So I've had great growth in becoming the coach that I am today from all 35 years, but the last 15 specifically working with young ladies. And when you see Brandon Schneider coach his team, you know that they have some relationships with their players and they win. And so we want to do some of those identical things, pour into our players, and have success.
And then lastly, big season expected for K-State with the big three of the juniors. Ayoka Lee's back, and Gabby Gregory returns as well. Are you going to be watching as a fan, rooting them on?
Of course. I'm gonna, I recruited a lot of those players, so you fall in love with how they're growing as people, and you fall in love with how they're growing as basketball players. Serena Sundell, from when she first entered college to where she is now, the twins, Ayoka, all the players. Gabby Gregory was a transfer this year, and was fun to coach and fun to watch. I'll be their biggest fan. They do have big expectations. The neat thing about big expectations is that there comes a point, and I hope the players get to see this, where you're really good. And that's fun. And when you're really good, it's really, really fun. Bill Self knows his team, Jerome Tang, Brandon Schneider had a fun year 2 years ago making the NCAA tournament. When you're good, boy, you can really have fun in terms of winning, and then it gets fun. You got to still do all the work, and you still got to pour into kids, whether you're winning or you're losing. That doesn't change. In fact, you sometimes got to love them more when you're not doing so well. and then sometimes you got to have more discipline when you're not doing so well also. But I'm looking forward to following the Lady Wildcats, and it'll be fun to watch their journey.
All right, Coach, we'll be rooting you on, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, Landon.